dear colleagues and my loving students. A very warm good morning to you all. I am Sridhar Mukherjee, coordinator of the Commerce Department, and it is my pleasure to introduce our chief guest, Dr. Partha Sarathi Ganguly sir, who has graciously accepted our invitation to join us today. On behalf of our school community, I would like to extend a warm welcome to sir and thank him for taking the time to be with us today. Dr. Partha Sarathi Ganguly sir is a highly accomplished individual in the field of education and innovation. Sir is a technocrat with over 25 years of experience in the field of industrial automation, information technology and education. He is a Chief Executive Officer of SaraswatiOnline.com, India Limited, a leading education service provider headquartered in Bangalore. Sir founded Jyotirmay Education and Welfare Foundation in 2003 and is keen to contribute his experience and exposure in building Jyotirmay Public School into a center of excellence in education, that is to empower the students of rural areas with English medium education. An engineer by training, he got his PhD in Business Administration from Wesleyan University. Ministry of Education's Innovation Cell has launched the School Innovation Cell program for all schools across the country. This program aims at fostering the culture of innovation, ideation, entrepreneurship, creativity and design thinking in schools. We are honored to have Sir with us today to share his valuable insights and experiences with our students on the topic of entrepreneurship. We would like to have a great round of applause for Partha Sarathi sir.
Or this is better? This is better?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Very good morning to all of you. It's really, really nice. All young, budding individuals bubbling with what? Enthusiasm, ideas. Not so very happy we have been asked to sit down quietly. This time chatting with friends would have been better, isn't it? Or chatting in the social media, Instagram. No? Back in our days when we were in school, it was quite fun to be with the friends. You know, I'll tell you something. Maybe your principal will not appreciate, but I'll tell you. When we were in school, maybe in class 8, there was a teacher, very nice teacher, good teacher, but very strict teacher. She used to teach us geography. And her rule was that if you don't bring the practical book, geography subject is a practical book, so she insists that you have to bring the practical book. And invariably, out of 50 students or in the class, a few will be definitely, missing the book. And she will ask very politely, but very strictly, to go out of the class and stand outside the class for those who has not brought the book. Now what happens is, during the class, some people, wish to excuse themselves, to relieve themselves in the washroom. So they take permission from the teacher and go out and come back and say, those boys who have been asked to, or the girls even, those that have been asked to outside, they are not standing there. They are maybe enjoying themselves anywhere else in the school. So what led to that is that many of us thought that why not hide our practical book? The teacher will ask us to go out and it will be a free class for us. Then the teacher found that out, that it's happening like this. And then she made the people, the pupils who didn't bring the book, stand at the back of the class. So what happened was that one, a simple situation, which was a difficult situation for the students, they converted it into an opportunity for enjoyment. So that was a small innovation on the part of those class 8 students, our time. You know, how to innovate and how to find out opportunity in challenges. So anyway, this rigmarole goes on. You know, the teachers try to instill discipline, we try to break away from that. Anyway, it's very heartening that your school has invited me to speak to you. This is probably the first time for me to interact with you for such a longer period of time. And right now, sort of, I have the leeway and permission of like a class teacher. I can do anything right now. This 1 hour has been allotted to me. And best part is, I don't have to follow a syllabus. I don't have any syllabus. I don't have any fixed curriculum to achieve. But what I have been given is that to speak to you, my mind, share with you my experience, and you know, try to find out what is there out in this open world, the big sea that is waiting for you. Both of you, I mean all of you are in class 11 and class 12, have been told. So you are in the finishing years of your school. The senior most year, class 11 is a fantastic year because you don't have the pressure of the exams knocking your door right now. And you are already senior. And class 12 is very busy preparing themselves so they don't pause on you. So you are technically, practically the you know, senior most students in the school, and you are enjoying that. Extremely fine. And I've also been told that you have chosen commerce, you have chosen science, and you have also chosen arts, humanities. So a mix of science, arts and commerce students, class 11 and 12, that is the mass today we have. The future of India, the future of the world. You know, increasingly the geographies are collapsing. We will, you know, at one point of time, let's say about 75,000 years back, 75,000. When we think of it, we just think of last year and year last, or maybe at best 30, 40, 50 years. For instance, I can think of 50 years when I was in school. But not beyond that. 75,000 years, these modern Homo sapiens, the human being, you and me, we first came into this model earth 75,000 years before. That time there was no India, there was no Pakistan, there was no America, there was no Russia. There was nothing. This planet was one whole. It is still today one whole. One big whole. W-H-O-L-E. So, 75,000 years before this human being came, we all know that. We also have different ideas of how this art came into being. The Big Bang Theory, the Milky Path and things like that. And even various mythologies have given various kind of explanations. Where in our own Indian mythology we have the Brahma, supposedly the creator of the earth, and then we have the other lords also doing their bits. The three pillars they call it, the Narayana or Vishnu, and then the Shiva, and then other religions have also propagated how this earth has been formed and how human being and what is their duty and job. So many thoughts are there, many philosophies are there. But there is one common thing that yes, we are the human beings currently in this model earth, and we are at the top of the species. We are actually doing the art. Whether we are doing it for good or bad, I don't know. But we are doing the art. So 75,000 years have passed, and during this phase, today where we are, we have gone through various phases we know. Initially we were, like any other animals, didn't have any language, didn't have anything to do, so we were also kind of hunter-gatherers. We used to use stone to kill somebody that moves, and also collect fruits and vegetables, fruits from the jungle, and we used to eat. Later on, slowly, we found fire. So defense mechanism started. Earlier it was the natural instinct of offense being the best defense. Then come the fire, and people started finding out caves. So the hiding part came, the defense again stepped in. So all these concepts started coming in, and then came agriculture. Agriculture also initially, we all know that it was agriculture was moving from one place to another place. People used to move, what we call chum cultivation or something like that. So that was there. After that came the system of storage. You start storing what is excess, and that is where the business mind started coming in. That if you start trading off your excesses with others in exchange of new things. And then, along with the storage came the other concepts of bartering out, and later on evolved was currency. And that currency started coming in, coins, gold coins, this coin, that coin. We have found that coins, 5,000 years old coins, maybe 10,000 years before also there were coins, we don't know. So anyway, we can trace our history back to 5,500 years. But our anthropology is traced right up to 75,000 years. And today there are research going on that they are saying that it was even before. There was one more, episode kind of a thing which came extended and again started. Anyway, be that as it may. So, a primary timeline division is the birth of Christ. Birth of Christ, we commonly today, we talk about AD and BC. BC is before Christ. Then AD is Anno. That means after Christ was over. A small spell of about 32 years or 30 odd years was when Christ was leaving. That period is kind of a Roman period, so it's after that or before. Anyway, we have already seen that 3,500 years before the Sumerian civilization, now we have traces of this. What happened is, after we have complete trace after the Christ, we have complete trace, more or less, we have traces. During those periods, you will find that there were a lot of trade going on through the sea. Sea trade was, very important, and many civilizations or many important kingdoms or many important dynasties established their overlordship, that means their control on distant lands where they traveled through ships. That was the first time, when people started going out and controlling, establishing control over other regions through their, representatives, governors and things like that. Then we have history with us. We have the great Alexander trying to come into India. We have the great Indian kings also and Indian emperors who has established much beyond the borders. And slowly we came into somewhere in Indian history. A very important part is the Mughal dynasty. During the Mughal dynasty, when Akbar was ruling, or even later after Akbar, Jahangir, those period, India was one of the richest economy in the world. Why? Is it because Akbar had very long swords, or he had a few, guns with gunpowder? No. It was because of his trading ability. It is because of the artisans of India who used to produce a lot of artifacts, including your carpets, including your vessels, pots, and many other utility items which he used to export and that was his main income. And his dynasty or his rule flourished, or he could establish lot of, subject beneficial, subject heading he ruled. Subject means master and subject. Subject means the people whom he used to rule, his subjects. So that was, he could rule them well because he used to feed them well. And he used to get the money not only by the produce of his own people, but also through a flourishing trade. So that was very important for peace and progress of India during those periods. Then, the changes came. During this all 75,000 years, many changes have come which has changed the life. What we call is disruptive changes. So one thing, just please tell me, are you all able to follow what I am saying? Or is it I need to be bilingual at times? Is English okay for all of you? Yes. You are understanding? In case you have any doubt on any particular word or particular thing I say, please raise your hand. I will be too happy to clarify myself. Because there is no point in having a monotonous lecture. Right? That could have been, I could have easily, sort of videographed my lecture and made it for you. That is a broadcasting mode. But here your principal wants us to come into a communication mode where the transmitter, me, and the receiver, you, are tuned. So I would definitely feel happy if there is any questions on whatever I am saying, in case you have one. I'll try to be as lucid as possible, but still, nonetheless, you may have questions. Please feel free to ask. You're also allowed to contradict me. If you feel I'm not talking what I should say, or I'm not talking sense to you, please ask me. I am responsible to make you understand that I am sensible. Okay. So that was there. Akbar was doing a very good flourishing trade. But silently something was happening in the Europe. In the western border something was happening. What was happening? First of all, there was a societal change on how the society should be ruled. Gradually from there was a new thing that was evolving, how to rule the society, is democracy. Gradually, democracy was creeping in various quarters, in various places. Though during 16th century, 17th century, 18th century, it was monarchy which were the main areas. But what made a lot of change is the new areas that were coming up. Because there was no established monarch there. For instance, the great example is United States of America. What happened was United States was not a very flourishing country. Nobody knew about. A few aboriginals, like the Red Indians, were the native people there. And what happened to is that people started exploring them. We all know, America was not on the list of the seafarers. They wanted to come to India. Actually, India is the land. India is the place, is the gold mine. It's the most happening thing, it's the most culturally very beautiful place. So many things are there in India, let's find where India is. But they landed up in another place called the America. And what happened, the history is there, we all know. I'll come to that later. So what was happening was, in these new places, to establish civil order, various kind of small democratic platforms were evolving. Like a city corporation, a mayor, or what in India we call Modol or Pradhan. Things like that, Panchayati system and the collective system, they were evolving. Even in monarchy also, if you go to the time, even when, let's say, the times of Mahabharata, which is roughly about 3,500 years before, we had the Council of Kings, who were known as Shamanto Rajas, means Lord under the Lord. So there is the overlord and there are lords. So the House of Lords. And then, in various historical pieces, you will find mention of the courts of emperors which are thronged by smaller rajas. So what is that? That is actually the House of Lords. Lords coming to an overlord. And today, in the British Parliament, we have a thing called the House of Lords. It's the same thing. Which is evolved like this. We talk about House of Lords, House of Commons as if it's British. No. The culture and the concept applied in India 5,000 years before also. There were Shamanto Rajas, they were Rajas, and there was the Chakravarti Chamrat, who used to have like a government of India, having control on all the states, the federal structure. So that federal structure existed in India long time back. So, but it started changing form, and it started getting more and more established as a norm. It started getting more acceptability. It started getting more acceptance, and all the people throughout the world gradually were shifting and understanding and realizing that it is not possible for a very capable king to always have a very capable prince, and a capable prince to have another child who is also very capable. It doesn't happen like that. So capability is spread among the people. And in order to rule, like in order to play, in order to teach, we find the best player. Suppose Jyotirmay Public School wants to create a team of football players. What we will do? We will ask the people to come and play, give a trial on the ground, and then select the best people who can play football well. Similarly, in ruling a country also, we gradually shifted to that stage where, people were chosen, like today we give the vote, the franchise. Most of you have not probably exercised your first franchise. Have any one of you here already exercised your franchise as a voter? No, not yet. That's logical. 18. So anyway, so that was, where society was slowly going, accepting democracy on one hand. Another hand, what was happening is, which made a lot of changes, is the Industrial Revolution. Have you heard of Industrial Revolution? So Industrial Revolution was silently taking place in Europe, which was slowly catapulting the power structure and the economic well-being from the Asian axis to the European axis. And gradually, European cities started flourishing more. France, Paris in France, then London in England, then Rome in Italy. Rome was there, but flourishing as a modern city. And these cities were what we had in India, which were flourishing at one point of time, like Varanasi. Varanasi is one of the oldest living cities in the world. But it was at one point in time, there was a big city, but it slowly, started losing its shine. So what happened is, what I'm trying to tell you is that it is the changes, the innovations, which causes disruption, and when there is a disruption, a new order evolves. A new order evolves. And this new order, whoever embraces this new order first, become a better player within that system and goes up in this system. So when we had a lot of technology with us, have you heard of Brihaspati? Brihaspati, normally we mention him as one of the stars or the planets which has the Yeah. Brihaspati is Jupiter, isn't it? But he, as per mythological explanation, was actually a scientist. He was a scientist. বলে না বুদ্ধিতে বৃহস্পতি What is that? What does that mean? Means Brihaspati was such a wise man that if anybody appears to be wise, he is known or he is told or he is, given accolade as Buddhita Brihaspati means he is very, very wise. What was he? He was a scientist. And there was another scientist who was Shukracharya. He was also a very big scientist. But he, sided with the so-called evils. I am not here to comment on that, but society says the asuras and the danavas are not the good people. So he sided with them, but he was equally strong. And history is always written by the victor. So the Victoria side is always right. Your history teacher, I don't know whether she is here or not. I'm sure she will agree with me that history is always written by the Victorians. So anyway, so that was happening in the world, and we were gradually, being affected by these developments. Now let us come to this. How these things started coming in? What are the innovations during this industrial revolution which came? What innovation first comes to your mind which was not there since 300 years before? What was that? Tell me. Anyone? You can tell? Anyone? Yes? Which one? What? I can't hear. Devices. Yeah, devices. Name one. Phone, computers. First thing I'll tell you, we just discussed that we were using the sea as a means of transport or movement, right? Movement of people, movement of goods. And then we have, in our history or mythology, we have horses, which used to carry us from one place to another place. So the sea route or the river route or the waterways and the roadways were always there, right? Each had its own difficulties. And as and when we started using them, we started developing. So initially it was horses, then we have chariots driven by horses to give us more pleasure, more comfort, more security. And then we have started getting wagons, again driven by horses, which were even little better. Then we built some roads, simple straightforward roads which are not so undulated, not so uneven, even roads. And then we started using wheels, and wheels also started improving. So we started going. A big change came in the roadways is steam engine. Steam engine gave us a lot of movement. And it became a source of energy for a very long time. Coming to energy, all of you know energy. How many energies are there? A form of energy. No. Yes, renewable energy is one form and non-renewable is one form, but the question is, in the concept of total energy being the same, so it's only converted from one form to another form. What are the types of energy? Class 9, physics or physical science. First chapter you read of physics is energy. Okay. You, yellow girl. Potential energy and kinetic energy are just two forms of energy. Anyone else would like to try? Not good, you should know how many energies are there. No. No. You are right, there is one energy, no. There are various forms of energy, but energy gets converted from one form to another form. I am talking right now. So what are the energies involved in my talking, in this action, in this world of talking? What are the energies involved? Sound is, somebody is answering? Yeah, please. How many? First tell me and then name them. I'll give you 2 minutes time. Sit down. Count the number of energies. Tell me the total count. No tip from the teachers, please. This is not your class. Teach them in your class, not in my class. So, right now, we have one potential energy, which is in me, which is residing in my physical body, which I am consuming to convert it into a sound energy. And it is reaching to you. You get my point? So 2 energy, I have an energy in me, you have energy in you. I am spending this energy. If I talk too much, I will become tired, isn't it? What does it mean? I lose the energy. And what happens in this? While this is transferred, this sound is transferred from my mouth to your ear, it is traveling to the air. So there it's a medium which is helping to travel. At the same time, there is an obstacle. In this medium there is an obstacle, there is a resistance. And because of this resistance, the sound is becoming less when it is reaching you. Suppose the sound which is reaching you at whatever decibel, it is reaching to her at a lesser volume of energy. So what is happening is it's getting lost here. Where is the energy going? It is getting converted to a heat energy. If I talk too much in a closed door, you will see there is a temperature going up. So I'm losing that, and that is getting converted to heat, and it's getting converted to a potential energy. So this heat, if it goes on increasing, can be channelized to make a kinetic energy again. So my dear young boy with a yellow t-shirt who wanted to answer me, have you counted the number of energies? Counted? No. There are 9 energies. Let's start counting them. Right now we are talking about the sound, heat. Yes, please answer. Okay, come in.
There are 7 forms of energy: electricity, mechanical, heat, sound. Mechanical energy is kinetic energy and potential energy.
Okay, so you make that one.
Mechanical, electrical, sound, heat, nuclear energy.
Anyway, let us try to have, it's not good to have different opinions in the same class. Because truth can be only one. Right? There can be several wrong answers, but there can be only one correct answer. So let us try to evolve into a correct answer. And here the classroom is open even for teachers to collaborate. Now let us start we're counting the energies. As Trisha has said, let's start like this. First is, let's say, electricity. Okay? 1. Second is heat. 2. Third is sound. Right? 3. 4th is light. Right? 5 is chemical energy. Right? Then you have 2 more, potential energy, kinetic energy. That makes us 7. And what are the other 2 energies? Hydro energy is not an energy actually, it's a kinetic energy. It's actually the flow of water. Hydroelectricity. That means hydro is what? Water. So electricity generated from water is known as hydroelectric. But it is a system which is hydroelectric. Actually it is the kinetic energy because of the flow of water in the river, because of its elevation. You know, because the water is elevated at a higher plane, it is potential energy. But when it starts flowing, the potential energy gets converted into kinetic energy. So these are the basic 7 forms of energy. And another energy that is, not a physical energy, is the energy of your mind. And another energy that has a bearing on us, is also not a physical form, but in every day we are using, is the gravitational pull. Gravitational pull is also an energy which is constantly working on us. So there are 7 physical forms of energy, and there are 2 energy which actually has lot of bearing on our day-to-day life or our entire life or planet. But it's not in a physical form, that means we cannot use it at our way. But yes, it is constantly having on factor mass. I am sure you have chapters on electricity, heat, light, sound, chemical. So anyway, I sort of digressed a bit. Can you tell me where you were discussing before the energy? So innovations coming up. Yes. So basically the steam, made a lot of changes in how things started moving. A lot of mechanical factories started getting built, and steam became a source to create kinetic energy and rotate the turbine, and electricity was invented. And electricity made a lot of things, because electricity is one energy which is very easily convertible to other source of energy. For instance, electricity can produce heat, electricity can produce light, electricity can produce sound. So all these usable forms of energy can be produced or easily converted from electricity. And electricity was converted, the source of electricity is always kinetic energy in some form or other. So that is how the advancement was taking place in Europe, and gradually these energies are getting used in various forms, channelized to do certain work for us. Basically what we were doing is, we were creating slaves. We are making these energies our slave, using those energies. Even if you go to the mythology, or যাকে আমরা বলি পুরাণ, তুমি দেখবে খুব শক্তিমান ছিল, একটা মন্ত্র দিত ধাঁ হয়ে যেত। What is that? Today also you have that. You make a simple WhatsApp video call and you appear. You talk to your mom, you talk to your dad, you talk to your best friend. So that was there, those days. So what was there is that we don't get a physical explanation of how it worked, but the concept was there, that means it was there. At one point of time, this in India, long time back, these temples were something like post offices, where information was being broadcasted. So they had a structure like that. So coming to what happened is that what my subject today is basically what I'm trying to drive in is that there have been changes, there have been innovations which has made changes in our life, and it has helped us in growth and progress both. And everywhere you will find that the one driving force working. What is that driving force? The steam engine, the electricity, then came the automobile, like petroleum and diesel to burn an engine and then use it to, run a car. All these things, innovations are coming up from where? One latent quality in a man is enterprise. They're all enterprising. Because of these enterprises, or because of these enterprising human beings, these innovations have come, these challenges have been overcome, and new methods and new way of life has started. So, this is, what has made changes. And after the Industrial Revolution, the biggest change came is it brought up two big, large-scale wars. What happens is when people are equipped with power, they become very arrogant, and each one thinks that I am bigger than the other. So they duel it out. Now, along with this, development of the steam engine, the railways, then the automobiles, on the sea also, a lot of new innovations started coming in. First time we got submarines. Submarines means, the boats which can go under the water, can hide and travel. Submarines started surfacing. Then we have aircrafts. Then we have aircraft bombers and all these fighting aircrafts and all these started coming in. The big war started was World War I. But the entire planet was consumed or got engaged in this war in some form or another. Either they decided to fight themselves, or for them somebody else decided. For instance, we in India, we also fought with World War I and World War II. But we did not decide to fight ourselves. We were ruled by the Britishers, so we were dragged into the war. So India also gained or suffered from World War I and World War II, like any other country, which voluntarily came to. So the entire world was put into World War I. Then came World War II, more devastating. And then came the atom bomb or the nuclear bomb. Can you tell me, anyone, which country deployed the atom bomb? Okay, tell me, which country? United States of America. Yes, and deployed to, sent to which country? Which are the cities? What are the name of the bombs? Right, very nice. Good. So you're interested to what? so much interest in energy, where the war will be fought from, but you're interested in war. Fine. Okay. So, this happened. A devastating thing happened. So the human being becomes killer of another human being, and there's a lot of, bad things happened all around the world. But after this devastating Second World War, people started realizing that it is not wise to fight, and it is also not, possible to stay harmoniously without an established civil order beyond your own country. In your class 11B, you are fine. You are a class teacher, you are a monitor, and you have everybody, all your subject teachers, so you are happy. But how do you interact with class 8B? So there has to be a greater order. So that in the corridor, in the ground, how you communicate, how you play, how you share the common resources outside your class with other class students, there has to be an order. Then evolved United Nations. We all know United Nations. So United Nations evolved because of these two devastating wars. United Nations came into being. United Nations is a platform where all recognized countries are members. However small, however big, they are one member of United Nations. So this is the first world order came into existence. And who did this? Who? We, the human beings. So every time the mankind is challenged by some situation, it brings out some solution. So United Nations is a solution to this global disorder, trying to bring some kind of orderly way or orderly manner of interaction between the countries throughout the world came United Nations. Along with United Nations came other frontal organizations to address issues. For instance, WHO came into existence for health, UNICEF for children, UNESCO for heritages, culture, like this, many orders started coming in. On the sports front, Olympics started. That is also a great place for all the countries to assemble and compete and show their talents. So let's decide, when it was decided that let's not fight to grow our talent. Let's go to Olympics and show that I am better than you. So these world orders started coming in, and industrial revolution brought in technology. Technology at our command. Technology not only with Brihaspati and Shukra, technology with you and me. All common people can start using the technology to their advantage. So population of technology. Technology is here, it started raining. Every one of us got drenched in that technology. So that is what started happening. On one side, democracy was coming. That the countries, the people will be ruled by themselves. Technology is making available to everyone. Technology is helping people to live better rather than fight. Earlier, nuclear power or nuclear energy, whatever you call it, was, what nuclear energy was used for creating a bomb destruction. But then now we use nuclear for so many things, even we have nuclear medicines. So, slowly, technology was coming under our control, and we were using it for the benefit of every one of us, and slowly, gradually, the society started becoming. Today, you know, when we were young, I'll tell you, when I was young, and you know, our time, food was not available for everyone. Yes, there were many people who didn't have. It's true. I had enough food to eat. I was blessed, I was fortunate that my father could buy enough food for me. But there were a lot of people who didn't have. And people used to, you know, come and beg for Even the, you know, what is that called, starch. Normally we throw away after the rice is boiled. That starch also has a lot of protein. I mean a lot of, you know, calories. So those starch was also, you know, those days collected for somebody else to eat on that. From there, the world has moved forward to an extent. Today you have apple. You don't eat apple, but you have apple. So yes, all these things have happened, and we are actually present that society and the world is going up, but it was not. I'll take 5-10 minutes more. So what happened is that, you know, we today this technology has given us this innovations have come. One very important statistics, let me tell you. How many of you read geography in class 11? Any of you study geography now in class 11? Nobody? You study geography? Okay. If you have a statistics, what was the total population of India in, let's say, 1980? And what was the total arable land? Total arable land in 1980 in India, or in the world, or in any other country or state. You may not come to me with a specific hectares or square kilometers and things like that, but let me tell you, you can go back and check. The total number of arable land in India in 1980 was much higher than what it is today. The population was 1/3 less than it was 2/3, about 100 or less than 100. I mean 1 billion approximately was there. Today we are 1.5 billion. But in 1980 there were people who were starving. But in 2022 we have no starvation. Now what made this possible? This magic, how it comes? Let's say, you don't have a board. Anyway, let's say you have this much of space to cultivate and you have only 5 people to eat. Still it is not enough. Today you have half the space and 10 people to eat, it's enough. How is it happening? That same land producing more agricultural produce. Innovation, technology. That is what I am saying. Technology and innovation. These are the only two things that are driving us forward. Collectively, maybe you are inventing, I am benefiting. Maybe I am inventing, you are benefiting. Doesn't matter. But collectively we are inventing. The moment invention stops, the world stops. So innovation is the name of the game. And what drives, which energy drives innovation? It is the enterprise. Who made all the changes? If we have to bring one name, it would be Bill Gates. Bill Gates brought computing to everybody's reach. Steve Jobs. Who is Elon Musk? Good. So these are the drivers of the world. These people are driving the society. Who are they? They are entrepreneurs. entrepreneur which is changing everything. The Geo, who got Geo? So these are the entrepreneurs, these are the innovators. And you know, all these innovations, future innovations, and future entrepreneurs, where are they, you know? Where are they? Yes! In this classroom, we have the entrepreneurs, we have the innovators, and we have the technology here, right here. It's only waiting to blossom. We need that environment, the heat, the light, the sound, to make this latent energy, this potential energy, to burst and work like magic and, you know, drive the future. So innovation is very, very important. The entire world has moved only to innovations and technology. And it is the entrepreneur in you, it is the enterprise that resides in you, is actually the driver of this world. If the world is a car, and if somebody is driving, it is the collective enterprise, it is the collective entrepreneurship among you, and your fuel is technology. Technology is your fuel, and your knowledge is also your fuel, and is your skill, is your dedicational ability, and where you wish to reach is your understanding of life. That's philosophy. So with this, our time comes to an end. Thank you, everybody. This is a formal course, so it has a fixed time. I'll request your principal, if you people are interested, I'll be very keen to meet you once more, because I had something more to share with you, but because of shortage of time we couldn't do it. It's better that let this, whatever we have discussed today, let it reside. I'm sure it will germinate into some more questions. Next time when I meet you, I'll have some ready-made questions to answer. And before I finally conclude, I'll give you 2-3 minutes to ask any question if you have it. Anyone?
My question was, you told that histories are written by victors. So, if you see, then there are many manuscripts where histories are written by losers also, but we never read their sides. Why is that so?
No, everybody likes their side of the story. There is nothing wrong in it. But what happens is, normally whoever is a winner rules thereafter. So naturally, whatever he wants his subjects to read, normally that percolates. But if the other side of the story is also heard, there is we have contradictory stories. We always have that. There have been big number of Tattva also. Like you have Ramayana by Valmiki, which gloriously speaks about Ram and Lakshmana. The Meghnad gloriously speaks about the treachery they have done, the order they have broken, the skills they have done to the quality of a warrior. Meghnad is the hero in Meghnad, which is written by who? Michael Madhusudhan. That's right. One very important thing, let me tell you, in every difficulty there lies an opportunity. তোমাদেরকে বলি যে একটা difficulties we all Indians face is that our higher education is in English language, whereas our mother tongue is a vernacular language. But this is the difficulties. I do agree, but there is a lot of opportunities. What is it? We can. We are the only people, probably in this model, the Indians, who have access to more than one language in equal stride. That means you and me know Bengali and English. Somebody knows Odia and English. Somebody knows Tamil and English. And many of us know Hindi also. The residual literacy, the literature that is there in these vernacular languages, please explore. Since you are reading in an English medium school, doesn't mean that you can't read Bengali books. Please read. They are extremely treasures of literature. You must, as a Bengali, as a residing person residing in Bengal and have access to Bengali language, that if you can read Bengali, please read whoever you can. Rabindranath, Bose, Sharath Chandra, Bankim Chandra, and for that matter, anybody and everybody else, a whole plethora. Please read. Also read, the lamented persons of our nation. If you want to become a hero, you must read what other heroes have done. You understand? If you want to become a good cricketer, you have to check what Tendulkar and Gavaskar has done, what Ganguly has done to become a good cricketer. So you must read them. Anyway, time is short. Thank you so much for giving me a patient hearing.
Good morning to everyone. I stand here today as a proud and grateful student to express my heartfelt thanks to all those who have made this event possible. Thank you to Dr. Partha Sarathi Ganguly sir for sharing such valuable ideas with us. This interactive session was not only enriching but also expanded our view of the world. Right now we are the seniors of class 11 and 12, and 11 within 1 year and 12 just within few months will be outside of the school in the society. We have to become good citizens, not only good citizens but also good human beings. So now I would like to start by thanking the Almighty, our school management, who has always been supportive and encouraged us to strive for excellence. I would also like to extend my gratitude to our teachers for the relentless support. I would like to express my appreciation to our guests who have taken time out of their busy schedule to grace this occasion with their presence. To conclude, I would like to say this event would not have been possible without the support and hard work of each and every one of you. On behalf of the Student Council, I would like to express my sincere thanks to all of you. Thank you.
We have a small token of love from our side. I would request Partha sir to please come. Presence, and definitely we will arrange for such kind of gatherings more in the days to come. Thank you so much, sir.